Hey guys, today I have a new redstone video for you. Now, this one might look a bit familiar, considering how everyone on Earth has made one, but if you take a closer look, you'll see that although it's a 3x3 trapdoor, which pretty much everyone has made, it's activated by a button, which is really fancy. All the other ones are pretty much activated only by levers. I think there's only a couple that's activated by a button. But the coolest thing of all is that this one, which is activated by a button, is the exact same size as a lever operated one, which is, in my opinion, I think that's quite a feat to have done that, since button toggle things are usually a lot bigger than levers. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 long by 8 wide, and then of course it is only 2 tall. Now I'm going to be taking off the cover of this so I can show you guys the redstone, so see you back in a bit. As you see, the redstone is indeed very small, but that's not the only cool thing about it. It actually is very fast as well. I can have a 3-tick monostable going into this, and it'll still work. And what basically that means is that it also works with hopper-dropper monostable, which actually gives like a 3.5 tick pulse or something like that. Something between 3 and 4. So that's cool. Now, to start off, you're going to want to have a block there on a sticky piston and torches underneath, and what this is a redstone block emulator. Basically that means is that it does the same thing as a redstone block, except of course it isn't. You're going to want to have a torch under there, by the way, and then something to redirect redstone over here. I'm going to have a lever. You could have a pressure plate or a detector rail or something, and over here you're going to want to have 2 comparators. And then the reason why I'm using comparators and not repeaters is that the repeater cannot actually handle the signal that comes out of over here, and that the reason for that is because repeaters do this weird roundy up thing, which is useful in most cases. However, in terms of like really fast on-off things like this, it cannot actually turn off because, like I said, it rounds up. So yeah, that half tick or whatever just turns into a full tick, and it just doesn't turn off at all. Now over here, you're gonna want to have a sticky piston there and a sticky piston there, and then have a block there with a redstone block. And by the way, all redstone blocks in this creation can be replaced with a block with a torch underneath them, which is cool as well if you want to be more resource efficient. Now you're going to want to have a block there with 2 sticky pistons like that, and then finally you're going to want to have this thing right here. Now everything works. If I were to push that button, as you see, closing works. However, we have yet to build the double extender, and that's what I'm going to be doing over here. First, you're going to want to make a monostable, and then you might be thinking, zombachu, that doesn't look like a monostable at all. That looks more like an R Snorlatch. And well, technically you're right. However, the way I'm using it over here, I'm going to have a repeater going back into that dropper. So basically, when this redstone block powers this dropper, it'll go into there, which will power that repeater. However, this power that comparator, but this repeater will push that item back into there, which means that it'll send only a short pulse. Now you're going to want to have, what do you call, a dust there, and then a repeater on 4 there, and we should be good to go. Closing works, and then opening also works just like that. Now, there is one issue with this design, and that is it's kind of directional. And when I say kind of, I mean it really shouldn't be according to logic. However, it is, which is pretty dumb. And what you can do to fix that is basically this piston over here doesn't do its spitty block out thing. So basically you're going to want to have like a torch and a repeater there, and it's really sloppy. It actually works in this direction as well, but I don't know, I couldn't figure out a way to make it non-directional. So if one of you geniuses could do that, that'll be amazing. I'll link that in the description below, because I could not figure out how to do that. I would like to further elaborate on how this works over here, because I think some of you might be derping out, trying to figure it out, and why this is actually directional. Well, basically, first that torch activates, and then that'll spit out that block there, and then also this redstone block will retract for a momentary period, and that'll spit out that block, and then it'll quickly extend again. However, in the other direction, this torch powers this too soon because of torch logic and stuff like that, so it doesn't actually receive a redstone signal at all. And then over here, this also pulses on and off quickly, which means that this piston that I'm standing on retracts really quickly and then extends again, and that'll get output from that torch, which powers that dust, spits out that block, and then this sticky piston will also spit out its blocker retract. So that's how these 4 activate, and then of course when it's time for this extender to activate, here it'll actually be in like that when it is closed. However, when it's time for the extender to activate, this will do its pulsing thing again. This will all retract beforehand, that'll retract, and then this redstone block powers that dropper, which is really cool. So I think that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, an upvote on Reddit would be really appreciated. That's how I mostly get noticed on my channel. But until next video, goodbye.